Hey YouTube, how you doing? Destroyer here, bringing you another in-game build of Heroes in Order and Chaos. And today I'm going to bring you the in-game build of Horse or Doom Prophet, and I'm wearing his Dragon Knight skin. So, the talents I use, I'll put it down in the description like always. And right after this video, I'm going to do a short little tablet and what I suggest using for Horse in 5s and 3s, because he's a bit different in 5s and 3s. So if you don't know much about Horse, he is a mage tank. So what makes him cool is he deals a lot of damage as a mage, and he's very tanky. So I'm going to get in and show you some of the first things I start building. So at the beginning of the game, I usually start building Squire's Wisdom, because y'all know I want to be more survivable as possible. So that gives me 36 magic damage and extra 200 HP to make me survivable. Now the next item I typically build is boots, and I go to my defense item and I build the Black Alchemist cape. And the Black Alchemist cape is composed of two different items, chainmail, and is composed of a cloak of resistance. And the reason I build the Hermitage cape because it makes me just a little bit more tanky, and it's one of the items that I need to build into the Hermitage cape, where we go next. Now the next item I build is I build the Light Cavalry hat, and after I build the Light Cavalry hat to give me extra HP, I increase it into the Helm of Cloudwalker. Now the reason I do this is because it does give me extra HP and mana, but it also gives me 30 times my horse's level in HP and MP when I'm leveling up, which helps me tremendously with Horse, because he is a mana whore. He uses a ton of mana all at once. So after I build that, I will upgrade those two items into the Lost Hermitage cape. And what's good about this is it does like a continuous around about 60 damage because of its passive, and it gives me that extra defense plus HP and MP, which this item goes very well with Horse's third skill, his third passive skill, and his first skill, his aura. This is a must-have with Horse. And now the next item I build, and it depends, because it depends on who I'm facing in terms of boots. If I'm more going to be a mage carry with Horse, I usually buy the Firewalker boots, because it gives me that extra magical damage. But if I'm facing somebody that seal or has a lot of slows, such as Witch and players like that, I'll buy chain boots so I can get in faster. Or if I don't have those and I just want to keep on my enemy to kill them because of my passive, I'll buy Hermitage. So I'm going to go ahead and buy Hermitage right now. And then there's two different ways to build from here. If you want a more tanky Horse, you would build into this item right here. It would be called the Hades. But I'm not gonna be super tanky with Horse. So I want to be a more mage horse, which I like to play the most. So the next item I typically build is the Leviathan cloak. And the reason I buy this is because it pierces through my target's magical defense by 20 points, which is awesome. So I buy my Hermitage cloak, and then I buy Ring of Enchanters, and this gives me that extra damage that is necessary for Horse. By this time you're going to be a level, maybe 8 or 9, and you're going to have your extended rush. So after I buy my Enchanter's Ring, I usually increase it into a Searing Orb. And Searing Orb is composed of my Enchanter's Ring and a mana item, which is this staff. So I'm going to increase my thing into a Searing Orb, which burns through more magical defense. Now the next item I the next item I start to build is I try to finish off what I call the lollipop, and it gives me that extra movement speed I need. So this is called the Staff of Vigor. This gives me more survivability, and it penetrates more through magical defense. And then I take both of those items and I upgrade it into a lollipop. And like I said, the reason I like the lollipop, because it makes me faster. It makes me just initiate in there and wreck them. Okay, now since I have my magical damage, I'm going to start building into my Hades. So I buy a Raven's Mail for a quick defense, and then I'll upgrade my Raven's Mail into a Minotaur's Mask to give me a little bit extra defense. And then I will sell my Squire and buy my max HP item, the Cloak of Dragon's Blood, which gives me 400 HP. Then I upgrade both of those items into the Hades. Now the next item I buy is another magical Enchanter's Ring, and this gives me that extra Enchanter's damage of 84 magic attack that I need to kind of finish me off. And finally, I increase that Enchanter's into a Bone Flame. And what's unique about the Bone Flame is not that it just gives me 110 magic attack, which is awesome. It also increases my magical attack by 3% of my mana. Well, since I have the Syrian Orb and my Lollipop, all these items increase my mana. So this Bone Flame mod makes me even stronger as a mage, which I definitely want. Now, like I said, this is typically an in-game build for a horse on Rift. I suggest, if you're gonna play Train, I would trade the Bone Flame mod for Staff of Rectitude. And the Staff of Rectitude looks like this. And the reason I say the Staff of Rectitude is because this item has the 10% leech right there, which is going to make my aura and everything else that around me leech more HP to keep me more survivable and into the team fight as long as possible. So guys, please stay after for that little tutorial. Like I said, I'll put the the talents down in the description below, and thanks for watching. Take it easy. Destroyer out. Hey guys and gals, I'm going to quickly go over some tablets that I suggest for Horse or Doom Prophet. Right here, I suggest the Tablet of Soul Eating. And what the Tablet of Soul Eating does is increases your movement speed and gives you a reduction in damage that you receive every time you slay an enemy. So whether it is a hero, a neutral creature, or a soldier, a creep, it does not matter. It gives you this 30% buff from incoming damage and 20% increase in speed for 3 seconds. Now this can be triggered every 3 seconds, which makes it beneficial. And the reason I use it for Horse is because he has his aura, and I mainly use him on Rift map or in Train, but it's not so effective in 3s. But on Train map, you're usually ganking and attacking in lane, and you're going to kill them creeps with your aura, so I suggest that very much for 5s. Now, the next tablet I suggest is the Rage tablet, and this one's really good because every time you slay an enemy, it gives you 3% of your maximum HP. So at level 3 or 4, you can stay in lane longer in Rift because you're killing those creatures and gaining health off of leeching and off of just killing those creeps. Now, always in 5s, I suggest the Tablet of Assistance. which if you don't know this tablet, I'm going to quickly go over it. It gives your teleport, decreases your teleport by 30 seconds, which is a 40 skill, a level 40 skill. And it also, when you're teleporting to somebody, it gives that person a shield if they have assistance, and it'll also heal that person you ported to a certain amount of health. Now, some people have asked me, does it matter if the shield goes away when I'm porting to them, do they still get healed part of that shield? Or if the shield is halfway gone, do they get healed half the way? No, the shield is there just when you're porting, and so when you port to them, they still get that heal because you can give them the shield and not port to them, and the shield won't come up within 3 minutes because there is a close down on the shield. So remember that the shield and the heal are two separate things. So the other tablet I suggest for horse is another tanky tablet. Now in 3s, and this was what I mean, an elder is what I suggest for the 3s tank, because you're gonna have that extra defense with your Hades and your Hermetis. So this will just give you an extra attack boost in 3s. I suggest this in 3s instead of the tablet of soul eating, which looks like this right here. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. Tell me if this helps you, write down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Destroyer out.